Chapter 19 of Quran, Maryam. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Ka ha ya ain sad. A mention of the mercy of your Lord to his servant Zachariah, when he called upon his Lord in a low voice. He said, My Lord, surely my bones are weakened and my head flares with weariness, and my Lord, I have never been unsuccessful in my prayer to thee. And surely I fear my cousins after me, and my wife is barren, therefore grant me from thyself an heir. We should inherit me, who should inherit me, and inherit from the children of Yaqub, and make him, my Lord, one in whom thou art well pleased. O Zachariah, surely we give you good news of a boy whose name shall be Yahya. We have not made before anyone his equal. He said, O my Lord, when shall I have a son? And my wife is barren, and I myself have reached indeed the extreme degree of old age. He said, So shall it be. Your Lord says, It is easy to me, and indeed I created you before when you were nothing. He said, My Lord, give me a sign. He said, Your sign is that you will not be able to speak to the people 3 nights while in sound health. So he went forth to his people from his place of worship. Then he made known to them that they should glorify Allah morning and evening. O Yahya, take hold of the book with strength, and we granted him wisdom while yet a child, and tenderness from us, and purity, and he was one who guarded against evil, and dutiful to his parents, and he was not insolent, disobedient. And peace on him on the day he was born, and on the day he dies, and on the day he is raised to life. And mention Maryam in the book when she drew aside from her family to an eastern place. So she took a veil to screen herself from them. Then we sent to her our spirit, and there appeared to her a well made man. She said, Surely I fly for refuge from you to the beneficent Allah, if you are one guarding against evil. He said, I am only a messenger of your Lord, that I will give you a pure boy. She said, When shall I have a boy? And no mortal has yet touched me, nor have I been unchaste. He said, Even so, your Lord says it is easy to me, and that we may make him a sign to men and a mercy from us, and it is a matter which has been decreed. So she conceived him, then withdrew herself with him to a remote place, and the throes of childbirth compelled her to betake herself to the trunk of a palm tree. She said, Oh, would that I had died before this, and had been a thing quite forgotten. Then the child called out to her from beneath her, Grieve not, surely your Lord has made a stream to follow beneath you, and shake towards you the trunk of the palm tree, it will drop on you fresh ripe dates. So eat and drink and refresh the eye. Then, if you see any mortal, say, Surely I have vowed a fast to the beneficent Allah, so I shall not speak to any man today. And she came to her people with him, carrying him with her. They said, O Maryam, surely you have done a strange thing. O sister of Harun, your father was not a bad man, nor was your mother an unchaste woman. But she pointed to him. They said, How should we speak to one who was a child in the cradle? He said, Surely I am a servant of Allah. He has given me the book and made me a prophet. And he has made me blessed wherever I may be, and he has enjoined on me prayer and poor rate so long as I live, and dutiful to my mother, and he has not made me insolent, unblessed. And peace on me on the day I was born, and on the day I die, and on the day I am raised to life. Such is Isa, son of Maryam. This is the saying of truth about which they dispute. It beseems not Allah that he should take to himself a son. Glory to be him. When he has decreed a matter, he only says to it, Be, and it is. And surely Allah is my Lord and your Lord, therefore serve him. This is the right path. But parties from among them disagreed with each other, so woe to those who disbelieve, because of presence on a great day. How clearly shall they hear, and how clearly shall they see on the day when they come to us? But the unjust this day are in manifest error. And warn them of the day of intense regret, when the matter shall have been decided, and they are now in negligence, and they do not believe. Surely we inherit the earth and all those who are on it, and to us they shall be returned. And mention Ibrahim in the book. Surely he was a truthful man, a prophet. When he said to his father, O my father, why do you worship what neither hears nor sees, nor does it avail you in the least? O my father, truly the knowledge has come to me which has not come to you, therefore follow me. I will guide you on the right path. O my father, serve not the shaitan. Surely the shaitan is disobedient to the beneficent Allah. O my father, surely I fear that a punishment from the beneficent Allah should afflict you so that you should be a friend of the shaitan. He said, do you dislike my gods, O Ibrahim? If you do not desist, I will certainly revile you and leave me for a time. He said, peace be on you. I will pray to my Lord to forgive you. Surely he is ever affectionate to me. And I will withdraw from you and what you call on besides Allah, and I will call upon my Lord. Maybe I shall not remain unblessed in calling upon my Lord. So when he withdrew from them and what they worshipped besides Allah, we gave to him Ishaq and Yaqub, and each one of them we made a prophet. And we granted to them of our mercy, and we left behind them a truthful mention of eminence for them. And mentioned Musa in the book, surely he was one purified, and he was an apostle, a prophet. And we called to him from the blessed side of the mountain, and we made him draw nigh, holding communion with us. And we gave to him out of our mercy his brother Harun, a prophet. And mentioned Ismail in the book, surely he was truthful in his promise, and he was an apostle, a prophet. And he enjoined on his family prayer and almsgiving, and was one in whom his Lord was well pleased. And mentioned Idris in the book, surely he was a truthful man, a prophet, and we raised him high in heaven. These are they on whom Allah bestowed favors from among the prophets of the seed of Adam, and of those whom we carried with Nuh, and of the seed of Ibrahim and Israel, and of those whom we guided and chose. When the communications of the beneficent Allah were recited to them, they fell down making obeisance and weeping. But there came after them an evil generation who neglected prayers and followed sensual desires, so they will meet perdition. Except such as repent and believe and do good, these shall enter the garden, and they shall not be dealt with unjustly in any way. The gardens of perpetuity which the beneficent Allah has promised to his servants while unseen, surely his promise shall come to pass. They shall not hear therein any vain discourse, but only peace, and they shall have their sustenance therein morning and evening. This is the garden which we cause those of our servants to inherit who guard against evil. And we do not descend but by the command of your Lord. To him belongs whatever is before us, and whatever is behind us, and whatever is between these, and your Lord is not forgetful. The Lord of the heavens and the earth and what is between them, so serve him and be patient in his service. Do you know anyone equal to him? And says man, what, when I am dead, shall I truly be brought forth alive? Does not man remember that we created him before when he was nothing? So by your Lord we will most certainly gather them together and the shaitans, then shall we certainly cause them to be present round hell on their knees. Then we will most certainly draw forth from every sect of them him who is most exorbitantly rebellious against the beneficent Allah. Again, we do certainly know best those who deserve most to be burned therein. And there is not one of you but shall come to it. This is an unavoidable decree of your Lord. And we will deliver those who guarded against evil, and we will leave the unjust therein on their knees. And when our clear communications are recited to them, those who disbelieve say to those who believe, which of the two parties is best in abiding and best in assembly? And how many of the generations have we destroyed before them who were better in respect of goods and outward appearance? Say, as for him who remains in error, the beneficent Allah will surely prolong his length of days until they see what they were threatened with, either the punishment or the hour. Then they shall know who is in more evil plight and weaker in forces. And Allah increases in guidance those who go aright, and ever abiding good works are with your Lord, best in recompense and best in yielding fruit. Have you then seen him who disbelieves in our communications and says, I shall certainly be given wealth and children? Has he gained knowledge of the unseen or made a covenant with the beneficent Allah? By no means we write down that he says, and we will lengthen to him the length of the chastisement, and we will inherit of him what he says, and he shall come to us alone. And they have taken gods besides Allah, that they should be to them a source of strength. By no means they shall soon deny their worshipping them, and they shall be adversaries to them. Do you not see that we have sent the shaitans against the unbelievers, inciting them by incitement? Therefore be not in haste against them. We only number out to them a number of days. The day on which we will gather those who guard against evil to the beneficent Allah to receive honors, and we will drive the guilty to hell thirsty. They shall not control intercession save he who has made a covenant with the beneficent Allah. And they say, the beneficent Allah has taken to himself a son. Certainly you have made an abominable assertion. The heavens may almost be rent thread, and the earth cleave asunder, and the mountains fall down in pieces, that they ascribe a son to the beneficent Allah. And it is not worthy of the beneficent Allah that he should take to himself a son. There is no one in the heavens and the earth but will come to the beneficent Allah as a servant. Certainly, He has a comprehensive knowledge of them, and He has numbered them a comprehensive numbering. And every one of them will come to Him on the day of resurrection alone. Surely, as for those who believe and do good deeds, for them will Allah bring about love. So we have only made it easy in your tongue that you may give good news thereby to those who guard against evil and warn thereby a vehemently contentious people. And how many a generation have we destroyed before them? Do you see any one of them or hear a sound of them?